As we continue to put together matches from my customized Survivor Series premium live event card, we move forward with Zoey Stark against Becky Lynch. Zoey Stark found her way to the pay-per-view through defeating two other women to get the opportunity to fight big-time Becks at the premium live event. What a roundhouse kick by Zoey Stark takes down Becky Lynch. Backslide, simple but effective, especially if you catch him off guard at the right time. Knife edge shot by Zoey Stark. Becky reversed her, blocking what I believe to be an ankle pick from Becky Lynch. Zoey Stark ends up with a deadlift German suplex. Irish whip into the corner, hammer throw. Putting a little extra mustard behind that throw sends Becky careening off the turnbuckle and down, knocking the wind out of her unquestionably. Zoey went for a DDT reversed. Becky reversed. Zoey reversed. Becky reversed. Zoey reversed. Becky reversed. Zoey reversed back. Super kick. Lateral press. 2 and a 2 count from Zoey Stark to Becky Lynch. Zoey's climbing up to the top rope. Overshoots the dive to Zoey Stark. Overshoots the dive to Zoey Stark. And now Becky takes advantage of the mistake from the youngster. Zoey's in the corner trying to pull herself back up. Becky is attacking the arm of Zoey Stark. That is what Becky does, but an up kick gets Zoey Stark back into the matchup. Basement dropkick takes down Becky Lynch. Wait. Zoey went for a fisherman suplex. Becky reversed it. Let her small package. Back and forth. Zoey reversed the leverage of the small package. Pump kick. Belly to back suplex by Becky Lynch takes down Zoey Stark. Becky. Zoey reversed Becky. Hurricane Rana takeover. Hurricane Rana takeover by Zoey Stark. Knife edge chop to Becky Lynch and back to the roundhouse kick. Back to the roundhouse kick from Zoey Stark. Becky's in the corner. Zoey gets reversed. Becky's fighting out of the corner. Zoey reverses Becky back. DDT, second time's the charm. DDT, second time's the charm. Zoey Stark takes down Becky Lynch. Becky reverses Zoey back. Zoey reverses Becky back. Super kick. Super kick takes down Becky Lynch. Overhead suplex. I believe a dragon suplex. That is what that is called. And only a 1 count. The disarmer! The disarmer! Becky's got the disarmer locked in. From out of nowhere, Becky sinks in the disarmer. From out of nowhere, Becky sinks in the disarmer. Becky blocks the pump kick. Manhandle slam! The manhandle slam! But Zoey kicks out. Zoey kicks out. 1 isn't enough. Becky. 1 leg drop. And a second twisting leg drop in quick succession as Zoey Stark rolls to the outside to create some distance between herself and big-time Bex. Moonsault off the top rope to the outside from Becky Lynch takes down Zoey Stark and takes out any opportunity Zoey had to create some distance. Zoey reverses Becky. Second time's the charm for the fisherman suplex. And the German. Feel like if the barricade wasn't there, Becky Lynch would have ended up in the audience. Zoey sends Becky into the barricade. Becky gets sent back into the ring. Zoey's up top. She went for the shotgun dropkick, but both women missed wildly. Reverse DDT by Becky Lynch takes down Zoey Stark. Let her press. And Zoey kicks out. Becky is frustrated. Becky is flustered. Zoey rolls out of the ring, create some distance between herself and Becky Lynch. Jumping neckbreaker by Zoey Stark. Jumping neckbreaker by Zoey Stark. Zoey, vaulting body press to the floor. Vaulting body press to the floor, catching Becky Lynch off guard. Becky gets sent back into the ring. Becky gets sent back into the ring. Wait a second. Z360. Z360 by Zoey Stark. And Becky Lynch kicked out. Becky Lynch kicked out of the Z360. And immediately follows it up with a bit of offense. She's tying up Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch is tying up Zoey Stark and hyperextends the shoulder. She hyperextends Zoey Stark's elbow. Zoey rolls herself to the apron to create some distance. Blocks forearm shiver. Blocks Becky with a forearm shiver. Slingshot. Elbow. Zoey seems proud of herself with that one. Zoey seems very proud of herself with that one. Becky blocks the kick from Zoey. Zoey blocks the punch from Becky. Jumping Enziguri takes down Becky Lynch. Jumping Enziguri takes down Becky Lynch. Release German suplex by Zoey Stark. Release German suplex by Zoey Stark. Into the corner with a hammer throw. Becky propels herself up top. Zoey went for the tie roundhouse, but Becky reversed her. Wait a second. The manhandle slam. Zoey kicked out. Zoey Stark kicked out. I thought that the roundhouse kick, the mistake, would have cost her. But instead, Zoey Stark found it within her, deep down inside, to kick out of the manhandle slam for a second time. I don't believe that. I don't believe that Zoey Stark was able to kick out. But Becky Lynch is showing the aggression. Becky Lynch wants to keep the match going. She wants to keep the match moving. Missing the elbow off the top rope. Hammer throw into the corner again. Zoey jumps up top. She's measuring Becky. Zoey is measuring Becky Lynch. Shotgun dropkick, but she falls short. Zoey fell short of the shotgun dropkick. Becky was too far away for the shotgun dropkick. Vintage Becky Lynch with this maneuver. T-bone. Vintage Becky Lynch with that maneuver. Attacking the leg. Tying her up in a leg lock. The Indian Deathlock by Becky Lynch. Tying up Zoey Stark. Indian Deathlock by Becky Lynch. Tying up Zoey Stark. Leg drops within succession. Leg drops in succession. Rear chin lock. Rear chin lock by Becky Lynch on Zoey. Possum pin. Small package. Small package by Zoey Stark. But Becky Lynch kicks out. Pump kick finally nails. Pump kick finally nailed. Pump kick finally gets nailed. Backslide. 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 Quick succession. Wait. STF. An STF. The STF is locked in. This is what we saw earlier. And Zoey Stark has had too much damage done to her back, done to her neck, that she cannot fight back.
Here is your winner, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch defeats Zoey Stark, and you have to figure that maybe, just maybe, after this match, Becky Lynch moves into top contendership for whomever leaves the women's champion with the women's title from Survivor Series. With that being said, though, that is it for me, and I will see you in the next one.